My name is Elise Kiland. I'm a project manager at Critchfield Mechanical. I've been there for about 6 years. We are a design build mechanical contractor, so I design and manage the construction of air conditioning systems in new and existing buildings. I went to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. I majored in mechanical engineering. I picked that major because I was interested in cars and thought that I was going to go work for BMW, but about halfway through college, I realized I didn't really like that kind of stuff. I was fortunate my dad's a structural engineer, so I was able to pivot, and he told me about mechanical engineering in buildings. So I checked it out, took a couple classes, did an internship, and then I got my job at CMI. Through the past 6 years, I worked my way up from project engineer to project manager and really enjoyed every day. One of the things that I really like about my job is that there isn't really a typical day. Depending on what phase of the job we're in, if we're in engineering, I'm more so in the office, working on designing the job, selecting equipment, things like that. And then once the job moves into construction, I'm on site talking with my field crew, making sure they have everything that they need to get the job done, managing the schedule, purchasing the equipment, and managing our budget and things like that. One mistake that I made early on in my career is my boss and I both forgot to purchase a piece of equipment that we needed. And it got to a few days before we were supposed to rig that equipment, and we realized we didn't have it. So I went to our superintendents and just told them, I messed up. What can we do to fix this? Can we build this ourselves? And they were able to help me out. We got the piece of equipment built over a weekend. We got it rigged on time, and it was all's well that ends well. But I think what's important to learn from that is that it's okay to make mistakes. Everyone's going to do them. What's more important is how you react, how you own up to them. And I think people are willing to help you out if you take responsibility for your actions. I would say that both math and reading and writing are really important to my job every day. Math's pretty obvious. Being an engineer, I'm often running calculations to design systems in buildings. Not necessarily running those calculations by hand, but we have computer programs and spreadsheets that do that for us. And we need to understand what it's doing so that if we get an unexpected answer, we can figure out what went wrong or explain why maybe we were missing something and the computer program is right. And then also reading and writing, basically just communication. A huge part of my job is communication. Communicating with the general contractor what my field team needs to get the job done, communicating with vendors what I'm expecting and purchasing in equipment, things like that. So reading, writing, and math are all very important to my job. So at CMI, there's kind of two career paths, the office and the field. To work in the office, it's good to go to a 4-year college and get a Bachelor of Science degree in mechanical engineering, general engineering, or a construction management type program. To work on the field side, there's an apprenticeship program with all of the unions that we work with. They're typically 3-year programs that you are working and getting paid while you're going to school, and then after that you graduate out of the apprenticeship program and become a journeyman. And those programs you can head to straight out of high school. HVAC is really important to buildings for a couple reasons. First, obvious, we all like to be comfortable. We don't want to be cold in the winter. We don't want to be hot in the summer. So air conditioning systems provide that comfort. And then also beyond that, we provide ventilation and exhaust bad things out of buildings. If you have too many people inside a building for too long with no ventilation, you build up carbon dioxide, which is what we breathe out. And that can have adverse health effects, make you sleepy, give you headaches, and eventually it can kill you, but it usually doesn't get that bad. My advice for students would just be to try out everything that you can. Sometimes the most valuable thing that you can do is find out that you don't like something, and that can help you head in the right direction to find out what you do. So go join clubs, have internships, try different jobs, just keep trying things until you find something that you love.